Okay, I'm gonna put on sunglasses too.
Brendan,
Yeah,
he
man.
didn't hear us. Well, I
At
guess
all?
we couldn't hear him.
No,
yeah.
I couldn't.
So we could redo the whole bit.
Okay.
Were you? I mean, is it going to be hurtful?
No, I don't think so. Oh, he left. Why did he
You're
leave?
the host now. Love it.
I'm the host.
It says Brendan is the host now. Take us away, boys.
Well, can't record it on my fucking thing. So
It says we're
I don't
live
know.
on YouTube, so
I feel like we should end this for some reason.
is he coming back in it maybe?
I don't know. Should we give
What's
him
the
a call?
longest do you think we should wait?
I don't think we should be doing this at all right now.
Oh, is that
I
kind of
think
like
we
it's like a naughty, like against the rules kind of a thing?
Yeah.
That's what makes
I
it
don't-
so hot, Brendan.
How did he do this? Participants, fucking invite, send email to Mike. Let's see.
It's hilarious.
Michael
He's invited him
Shane
to his own
Cannon.
thing.
What the fuck? How did this happen?
I don't even know how we're in his room. Oh, his entire
Without him.
computer crashed. He said he's not having a good time.
Oh no. Can one of you comment that on the post? Can you do it?
Do what?
Comment on the post that Cannon's computer crashed.
Yeah, how do we do
We
that?
could just end this and then tell them it crashed and we'll start in a couple
Maybe
minutes.
people might be watching right now, you know?
I know. I don't know what to do then.
Just fucking
you can't
fill the
stop talking.
time, dude.
You
told
can't
me to
stop
type
talking.
The thing.
What
then
am I
then you
supposed to
type the
do?
thing on there. Then you type that Cannon's computer crashed. Give us 5 minutes.
You do it. You do it.
I'm trying to, but then
entertain
I
the
have to also
masses.
talk.
Well, there is only two of us. Hey, everybody. Welcome to live episode of What's the Scenario? Oh my God, am I getting old? You see this? See
I'm
these
going to.
fucking
Yeah.
crow's feet?
You're not even at 30 yet.
I know. I could see it coming though. And I put shit on my face and stuff. I put, my skin, like skin cream.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I don't look as bad as I feel right now. I am very hungover. My whole day, it's like it's not going to be good until I just start over again.
Really? I woke
Yeah.
up normal time. I feel great. I didn't even have to take Advil last night. I usually take. Oh wait, yes I did.
Well, I realized I also didn't have a sip of water all day while I was sweating over the grill and like running. I was just running around so much, and I was drinking those hard seltzers because they were like, it was refreshing.
Hard seltzer is the closest alcohol to water,
Yes.
I'd say.
Wait, how are we? How are we on YouTube Live? This is exciting.
We've been live this whole time.
I know. I don't even understand who's doing it.
It's my party, but I can't do.
He's gonna
this.
cry if he wants to.
Little Wendy's gonna cry.
And I can't record this, so I don't know. I know we like backup recording this stuff. So
I'm recording it right now. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Don't worry your pretty little face. But but yeah, I do not understand how we are streaming live.
I don't know.
They'll streaming, or do you think it's a glitch?
It's a great question. But I'm gonna sign into our YouTube account right now because it kicked me out, and yet somehow it's still actively going.
That's crazy.
We've been keeping this ball in the air.
Well, it's good.
Yeah, we've been keeping the ball in the air.
I mean, I'm proud of you guys.
We've been keeping. Oh, I've been working on my Robin Williams impression.
Yeah, we're 100% still live. This is great.
Oh,
I don't understand the internet,
Robin
buddy.
Williams. It's pretty good, right?
Do it again.
It's my Robin Williams impression. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm Robin Williams. Not bad, right? That's not bad, right?
It might, and I don't want to say anything hyperbolic, but that is for sure the worst Robin Williams I've ever heard.
Cannot be the worst.
Feeney, can I give a little input just as somebody who was tinkering in the background and only got the audio version of it?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that even registers on the Robin Williams spectrum like that.
Well, look at my face. Look at
Okay.
my face when I do
Now
it.
watch this. If you thought it didn't before, watch this now.
Well, now I can't stop laughing. So, which is very much not Robin Williams, but Robin Williams. It's not too
Somehow
bad,
worse, right?
You
It's
look
not the worst.
you look like one of the red potatoes in a potato salad. Just peeking out of the mayo.
Oh, oh,
Oh, hey.
Oh.
You're just saying, oh ho.
yeah, that's not too bad. Oh,
All
Robin
right, so
Williams.
sorry for the delay. Sarah, Hagen Miller, and Hannah are both in the chat. I'm sure.
And what do they
others-
think about my Robbie Williams?
I mean, yours are great, dude. I really enjoy your.
Oh,
your
you were doing an
sunglasses.
impression of Robbie Williams, the singer. Now that makes more sense.
I don't know who that is.
Yes,
You
you
don't-
know, sing that song
you do.
Millennium.
How's that go?
And we know that's far away, Millennium.
I don't know
Oh.
that's his least famous song, I think.
It's actually his very, very, very popular song by him.
No,
You guys had to be alive in the '90s in order to know about pop culture, but
I wasn't.
you
I was born 18 years ago.
we you look terrible.
Brendan, that Coke jaw was perfect. Oh man, you gotta put that in something, my friend. You gotta pregnant pause and then. I used to, dude, every once in a while, there was this one kid who actually, his father is a Republican pollster for Trump. And he's like, and his son is just this absolute disaster mess, right? And whenever we would go out to Nyack, he would be bartending and we would count how many puddles his face would make. Like we would count the ripples in his face because he was on so much uppers and downers at the same time that his face often wasn't consistent in its movements. So he would like just be looking at you, but kind of also like morphing in slow motion. It was like he was
Oh,
dubbing
man.
his own self.
Oh.
Dude, that's how I get when I'm like super coked out and like drunk. I'm like,
Isn't that the best? Because you feel like you're wearing an open suit with slick back hair and you're selling somebody a Mazda Miata, but you're really
Yeah.
like, just like, I don't know, man. I just think the Yankees might take it this year.
You guys, I also
Yeah.
want to apologize because I was wrong because it was the first #1 single in the United Kingdom, shipping over 400,000 copies and certified gold. But I also was wrong about this. It was also an international success because it broke the top 40 around the entire world and was in the U.S. Billboard's Hot 100s in 1990.
Right, but he had another song that was bigger. And
Angels,
also the way you
another one was called Angels, and it didn't actually do as well.
the way you sang it.
You're a big
made
Robbie
it,
Williams fan.
yeah, it's
It's the
disheartening.
only song
But
I know about him. But
Feeney,
know,
also the way you
obviously,
the way you sang it made it unrecognizable to anybody with pitched ears.
all right, well, you and your Louis J. Gomez glasses need to take a second.
These are
and calm down.
These are high fashion. They are not Louis J. Gomez. They are
You
way
you do
gayer.
look like a side character in a 90s movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
don't
the,
Like
buddy,
the pink hair and the
I
yellow
gotta
glasses.
tell you, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm free falling. Free
buddy.
falling stylistically, like in terms of
Yeah.
of happiness. I'm actually at a pretty high mark right now. I feel pretty good. I'm very relaxed. I feel myself, but style wise and what I definitely look like to anybody with functioning vision, it's a nightmare.
the
I think
the
it's a
thing,
good look.
the outfit that you put on your Instagram that you wore to not one but 3 shows yesterday is like it's as if you woke up 3 minutes before and we're running out the door and you're like, whatever I grab is going on. Short
Yeah.
warm-up shorts and
They wear warm-up shorts. They're authentic magic.
They wear them on the court during the games.
They used to in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also no, there's no excuse for what I was wearing comedically. But also, I don't know, man. This all means
cares?
nothing. I was talking about it on stage yesterday, and I probably will repeat this on Irish Goodbye. But it's such an exercise in being present because it means absolutely dick all. It leads to nothing. The next time I'm performing is in a week or two. It's like there is no anything, so it's all that one show.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
style could also completely change in a week. You could be
It
like
will.
wearing those glasses where it like connects like this,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, those are yours. that you've spoken about on this show?
I have spoken about them, and I would very much enjoy owning those.
So the mic
Put them on your
situation's
Amazon.
still a nightmare for you?
Yeah, what's going on?
What?
Your
What'd you say?
microphone. Your
You don't
microphone.
Yeah,
record
well,
garbage
you've given
You
days,
said
up.
it was
right?
fucking.
Do you do garbage
I'm
days
gonna-
like this?
I do it without them. We do garbage days without microphones. We use like the Apple headphones and stuff.
I mean, that explains everything.
Oh, I hate Feeney's like disappointed father thing. You're always like grabbing your nose. You're going like this. It's like fucking get over yourself.
You get over the
Dad.
fact that you have multiple $100 equipment within your eyesight, and you
Yeah.
choose to give our patrons
You don't think that
a
annoys
lower
me?
quality.
You don't think that annoys
But
me?
do you,
I'm
Brendan, I
spending all
bet
this
you
money for nothing.
I bet you stew over it. I guarantee it's something that you think about and consider often. However, what are the actual minutes in the day that you take active steps to fixing it?
0. I could go.
And
I'll go
hence,
gra- I'll-
and
see if it works.
hence,
We'll see if it works. The microphone.
yeah, now
That
seems
didn't
like a
work
good
last
time to
time.
try.
Yeah, that seems like a good time.
Thankfully, we can hear you from wherever you are because it's recording just everywhere.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens.
I mean, diagnostics with the what's the scenario, boys. It's an unbelievable thing you're doing right now.
And you bought the splitter that you needed?
Yes.
Wait, what? So you even bought?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Just wanted to.
He said last week that he needed a splitter. That's why his mic stopped working, so he had
Right.
to use those headphones. But he said he was ordering
that's
them
not what
that day.
happened. The mic didn't work because.
Dude, how awesome would it be if like Brendan's camera is off, but all we hear is like a lion eat him?
All right, how's this? Any
It's
different?
worse. It's somehow worse.
Worse?
It's not
It's
plugged
not-
into it.
Yeah,
it's
it's not
on.
plugged in.
What the fuck?
That I
is-
like.
It's-
That was
look,
real
it's-
frustration right there. That was
Look,
good
that
stuff.
shows that it's on.
Mm.
Is bright red good? Rarely.
right.
That usually means all clear.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy it tomorrow again. I'll buy another one tomorrow. Again.
Yeah, I mean, you should probably just research the one thing that's gonna work, and then maybe just sell whatever you're
Thought I
currently
did.
using.
I
You thought you sold what you're currently using? It's good that we haven't been putting these out for
of the
free.
line. I
Or-
thought at the top of the. I thought I got the top of the line. Whatever the fuck. And I
How
bought
much
another
is
one.
how much is a
Doesn't
top
even
of the
work.
line thing running you?
This
Microphone.
was like $30.
Oh my God, there's nothing better than that. That's head and shoulders above normal market microphones.
I don't even
That
think you
costs
can-
3 cents.
I don't
No, the
even think you can
microphone's
buy
fine.
Head and Shoulders shampoo for that price.
Should I test a new microphone? The microphone was free. Should I test a new microphone?
I
Huh?
don't know, man.
Well,
You know?
I won't do it here.
Yeah,
Is
test
this
a
the whole
different
show?
microphone. This is Feeney. You and I will play What's the Scenario, and Brendan will, he'll
Do
just have to
diagnostics
function.
in the background.
Yeah. Everybody is good. So we have a very active chat, which is really great.
I hate
so
that.
Thank you, Sarah Hagen-Miller, for saying congrats that I have a 1-year-old. It is pretty wild. The pink hair is gone. It's kind of gone because I've been going in the pool. Somebody said it took 3 months for them to get a fucking IGP shirt, and that is the most frustrating thing on planet Earth. Let me see.
If it makes them feel any better, I still don't have the hoodie, and it's my show. So if that's any consolation prize,
Oh my
I
God.
also don't have my own merch.
Sarah said this is a great idea. She said, let's come up with some WTS merch, a convoy shirt.
Convoy's good.
Convoy.
That
How's
is
this sound? How's
the
this?
move.
It's
It
not
sounds
on.
as if you switched
not
your
on.
microphone out with a Campbell's soup can.
Okay, so I know what I have to do. I have to buy a new one of these. That's all that it is.
Okay.
The microphones are fine.
Well, you
Um,
don't know that.
No, I know that because these
How?
work when we were recording garbage days. Doesn't matter. I'll buy a new one. I'll have one by Wednesday. Suck my balls. And if
You
it's not
will
Wednesday,
not have one by
and
Wednesday.
if it's not by Wednesday, it'll be by next week.
Yeah, that is a classic. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, just wait longer.
Yeah.
and in case I don't see you,
All right, so Brendan's dead, I guess. All right, he's back. Brendan, let's do you have some
Yeah.
questions? Let's get into the scenarios, shall we? What an interesting 15 minutes that we've started off with.
Sure. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Here we go. I'm
Do you know what I
sweating.
bet is happening also is that Brendan is not switching to the microphone on the bottom left part of his Zoom because he's only using an iPad. I'm 100% certain that that's the problem.
What? What bottom microphone?
Feedy just clicked with Feedy too. He
What
knows
bottom
that's the issue.
microphone? I
You
don't have a
are
bottom microphone.
Press
You
the
are-
up arrow on the bottom on the bottom left.
There's no bottom microphone.
See,
There
this is
is.
the
Basically,
problem.
like what
He's using a fucking Nokia phone that to stream
I'm
this
using an
fucking
iPad.
podcast. I know it's all topsy turvy with you.
Do you
I know. My life sucks.
click
I don't know what you fucking
click
want,
the
man.
picture?
I hate
click,
it.
click the picture, and now do you see the
Okay.
bottom tray where it says mute, stop video, participants, chat?
Is your
I
microphone
see
still-
that?
Is your
Okay.
microphone still clicked in?
No.
So click it back in.
Okay.
I cannot believe guys in the chat, please chime in. Tell us if you have questions or anything to fill the time while we berate Brendan. And if you're entertained by this, thank God. If not, we are genuinely sorry. This is
If
not how
not,
we planned.
we understand.
Yeah.
So
So
this
go
is
ahead.
now plugged in.
That's
Brendan.
now plugged in.
Go where it
Yes.
says the mute thing on the bottom left, where it said mute with the microphone.
Uh-huh.
There's a little arrow right next to
No.
that.
There's not a little arrow.
There has to be.
What happens if you click mute? Does no option come up with a bunch of
Then
select
he just muted
microphones?
himself.
Yeah.
So okay, so you just muted yourself. Now, if
Yes.
there is some sort of I'm trying to think in meeting, where is it? I mean, it should be right there. There should be an ability to find a
Let's
different
just-
microphone.
Yeah,
Let's just
there's
do
an-
this another time.
All right.
We'll do it after. We'll do it after.
Do you think
this.
you'd be able to do it from your computer?
Well, I did get new internet. They
Liber-
bought the Ultra. They bought the new Spectrum. So far it hasn't been terrible, but
I
maybe next
guarantee
time
you're
I'll-
on 5G right now, aren't you?
no. Right now I am on cellular data using my iPad. Which is
All right.
fine.
Let's just it's not, but let's just get to a question. Brendan, go ahead.
Okay. What would you do if you saw aliens landed in your backyard? What's your first steps? What do? You look right out your window. Fucking aliens.
I got to tell you, I probably don't leave the house.
Yeah, but they're in your backyard.
I'm well aware. I watch them from my window in hope that they don't come into my home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be a, I think it would be
see
a
myself
peek.
being brave.
That'd be a peek behind the curtain and stare the whole time kind of a situation.
Yeah.
And then I tell my friends I like played cat's cradle with them or something. It's so up close and personal.
I'd look at them and I'd have my fucking car keys or whatever just ready for if they start going, like they start pointing and then going, like licking their lips at my house.
What do you picture an alien to look like? An English bulldog?
Also, I like that they might have traveled a millennia to get here, a Robbie Williams millennium to get here, and
Oh,
they traveling at the speed of light, and yet you're like, I'll drive away from them in my
well,
car.
well, in this scenario, it's like you only have so many things that you could do. You know what I mean? Like where you have to, if I'm like, if they catch up to me, they catch up to me, but I'd rather run than.
But I'm
than
also
just
curious
sit here.
that like you in your scenario, you're looking at an alien as a very analog creature, as if it's like a slow moving like idiot that
Walking
can't
Dead.
possibly just
No,
go and just control your body and make you, shit your pants if it wants to. Like that alien has
Yeah.
you in its grasp if it sees you. You're finished.
yeah, but I picture aliens to be these like gentle kind of like, not gentle, but like walking around like this, and
Right.
like,
and what-
slowly kind of a hover.
What piece of science fiction has led you to believe that? Is it just you're going in 100% the opposite direction?
I don't know. If you ever saw Attack of the Clones, it's the Star Wars one. They meet up with these
The
like
one everybody
aliens that
forgot.
the one that everyone hates. Yeah, they meet up with these aliens that are like these long necked, like just kind of like a pinky, and then they have like they're wearing these suits with like the collars up like this. That's what I picture aliens to look like.
You picture them in leisure suits?
Yeah, I picture them in gray with
Coke pinky nails, and they're just like that that that.
yeah, dude, alien Coke. But I'm running. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking, and then as soon as they start going like and start looking at me, I'm fucking out.
Brendan, I love you so much because you can't outrun any species on Earth. And now you're assuming you can just out sprint.
If your adrenaline's going, they're picking it up.
Feedy,
Right?
what do you do?
That's what I was saying. The same. I was on the same page as you, Mike. I think I was doing the peak, the rubbernecking, as it were. I'd be doing a lot of peeking. But if I would say this, I feel like if I was in your home, Mike, I would be rushing to the gun chest.
Well, that's under my pillowcase. I sleep in full rigatone. I'm just ready. I'm like Tony in the final episode of Sopranos. I wake up with the AK on my shoulder. Also, I would hope, and I don't think, but my favorite alien encounter in any movie, and I think I'm like kind of a hack for saying this, but is Will Smith's fucking welcome to Earth. I mean, that is the greatest. I would hope that I would have the testicular fortitude that if an alien did bum rush me, I'd at least fucking and just, take one to its under chops.
Yeah, I would be shaking if it started coming towards me, because you'd be like, you don't know what the fuck this thing is, and you don't know what it can do, or if you even touch it, will your skin burn or anything like that?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'd be shaking.
You wouldn't throw hands?
I'd throw hands.
You'd throw some hams. You'd throw whatever hams you weren't eating.
I would never throw a ham.
Yeah.
I'd put it down my throat like Popeye. And
you'd be like, oh no, an alien, my last ham. Just right off the bone. All right, what's the scenario?
What if you found out that your spouse had another family in another state? I guess that's just for you guys, because alone.
One thing that would be give me some sort of comfort is I know that they'd be being neglected terribly, because I feel like I'm seeing a lot of her. You know what I mean? It would be she's here when I wake up, she's here when I go to bed. So it's like I don't know when she's getting time in to raise this other family, but she's kind of pulling a no-show. It'd be insane. Imagine if they had another, like if Nicole had like another child with somebody.
Yeah. I'll tell you,
that would be crazy.
I'll tell you what I would do. I wouldn't divorce her. I would go on a fuck spree, the likes of which this world has never seen. It would be maybe like a 2-year get back at my wife for having another family, nonstop, unprotected sex.
Wasn't that a movie? And then when he was doing it, he was just it's also apart from Forgetting Sarah Marshall too, where they were just like he just wasn't he was trying to do that, and he just was
I wouldn't enjoy any of it. It would be for the show.
For this show?
Yeah, I would film it and then post it on the highest Patreon.
Sounds like a reason to sign up to me, folks.
I know. Guys, so if Nicole is out there just doing God knows what with God knows who, just be prepared for what's about to come to this channel.
She's like standing right outside that room like, this sounds like a win-win for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'd be devastated and probably cry for a while.
Yeah, me too. If I had that. Would you meet up? Would you meet them?
No.
Because they're technically family, aren't they?
They're not. Couldn't be any less technically family.
Yeah, it's the furthest from family, and it's grounds for murder, to be perfectly honest. Like, it is reason for me to spend the rest of my life in prison. But I would probably just leave with my son somewhere and then take Nicole's company and really just bankrupt her from the inside out. That's more like what I would do.
I think I would feel bad because having two families is like, it's so fucking hard even having one family, I imagine, you know? So
Yeah,
having
you
two
have
must,
nobody. Who are you
I have
talking
nobody. I
about?
have less than a family.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't even
I
have roommates that like you.
I don't even have a working microphone.
You don't use a new internet that you just fought for.
I know.
That is as just crazy as can be, but I love you. Next question.
All right, next question. What would you do if you woke up with a dead stranger next to you?
A dead stranger?
Now,
Yeah.
can we make up a scenario and what kind of death they had? Is it like an OD death, like Breaking Bad style? Is it like they're just missing their throat, or like what do we?
I don't know.
Have they been half eaten by a shark? Like what is the?
Yeah,
I think they're
did it
just
look
like a cold
we
body. They're just like a
Yeah,
dead
just
rigor mortis body.
eyes open.
But
right next to you.
I gotta tell you, despite my badass persona and all that
Oops.
stuff, I'm really a rule follower. I would probably call the cops immediately.
Yeah, and then what if you look down at your hands and there's blood all over it?
I'd just take the bid, dude. I'd be like, yeah, I fucking murked this dude.
Damn.
That'll be a good way to get away with murder is if you murder somebody, put them in somebody's bed, and then you give a sedative to the person that you want to frame. And while they're unconscious, you carve, I definitely did it in their arm.
Yeah.
So that way they'll be
Yeah.
like, I didn't do it. And you're like, I mean, the arm,
Yeah. Well, you should know what you should do is you should get a brand that says I definitely did it, because carving could take a long time and they might show up.
They
Yeah,
could
but
wake
that's
up,
what
yeah.
the carving is what is going to make it sell the deal, because they're
But-
like, he carved this into his skin. What a maniac.
But what if you order the brand using his credit card ahead of time, so it's very clear the paper trail leads back to him?
Yeah, but now we got to find his credit card.
Seems
That's
like a lot
easy.
of hoops to go through. But
Shipping
it is funny to like,
unreliable during COVID, you know?
it would be funny like the prosecuting attorney being like, and then jury, like all murderers do, he carved his confession into his skin. Just trying to convince the jury that
You know,
happened.
my friend Rob was like such a troubled youth. He carved corn into his arm with a kitchen knife,
Ugh.
complete with a backwards R.
Does he
Jeez.
still have that?
No, it was like a surface wound. But all of us were like, I remember him showing it to us like we were all going to be so stoked, and none of us were happy. Like we were all like,
Yeah.
dude, this is bumming us out.
Is it still there?
No, it was a long gone.
Oh.
That is for sure someone who's going through a lot of pain
Yeah.
to have to do that.
Yeah.
I once did this. I was like peeing once at a house party. I was so hammered and I was smoking a cigarette while I was peeing, and I just took the cigarette and I just put it out on my arm and just held it there.
Sometimes
to
when you're
feel
drunk, you do
something?
dumb fucking shit. I
Yeah.
remember I made fun of, that's how I quit smoking cigarettes. I smoked 4 packs in 2 days in Lake George, and I was doing so many drugs and drinking so much that I literally smoked myself out of cigarettes. And the final day I was smoking on a boat, and I made fun of my friend Chris's awful Forever Young tattoo on his upper back. And he laughed and then put a cigarette out on my back.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Jesus.
I remember being so drunk. I was like, well, I don't like that. Like it wasn't even, I didn't even get mad. I was like, that's not cool.
I do
It's so
feel
funny,
like
though.
I do
Sorry.
feel like I would much rather have a cigarette put out on my back than on my stomach or chest, because there's more nerve
Really?
ending. Yeah, your stomach's very sensitive because of all the blood and everything going around there, you know?
Yeah.
Stomach's
Belly.
very
Yeah.
sensitive.
Belly would be a tough time. I know a kid who dropped the ember of a blunt on his like little fat pouch right under his belly button, and he had like a pussing like little nodule in his fucking stomach, and it hurt him so. It was like so tiny but clearly deep and painful, and he was like the least happy camper I've ever seen. It was so funny.
Dude, it does feel good though. Like when I did the cigarette thing and it became this like big circular pussy, like bruise where it's like building up all that water and shit, and then just taking my thumb and going and popping it was like such a good fucking feeling. And I'll do it again.
That is as troubling as it gets.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
I'm upset.
Hey man, you're doing 90 through stop signs, okay? We're all crazy.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah,
Don't
you're the
fucking
worst
judge
of us.
me.
You're the worst of us.
Yeah,
You
you had a
wish.
trash can in your car.
That's true. And
That
a
was
kid
Master
was in it.
Shake.
Kid was in the can.
Oh, okay. Next question. What if you had to live one day over and over again? What would your chosen day be like? Like, what would your day be? I guess this one's a little open ended. I can't really. I don't know.
It would be like one of Friday or that we had. Like Friday was one of the best days of my life. It was fucking awesome. And it was Crew's first birthday. It was just like, if I could have all you guys over and my buds and like it could have been a proper party or whatever, that would have been one of the best days ever. Just chilling by the pool, food, my kid, like, you know, a bouncy castle, fucking cornhole, all that shit. That was so goddamn fun.
Yeah.
We
I
played
had a
cornhole
day-
for probably 4 hours yesterday.
Nice.
Oh man,
I
that
think.
game we had a game yesterday that went on for so.
Well, it was
fucking
like
long.
the championship round, and it just like, and I made a crazy house rule that if you go over 21, you get back to 11 instead of the normal 15. So it was
Nice.
people. We were just starting at 0 over and over again.
That must have really annoyed anybody waiting.
There wasn't at that point
No.
because this is the champions.
Yeah.
we made Feeney's friend Steve stay there. He wanted to go home, and we were like,
He begged.
chicken.
Yeah, he was like, if I stay, I'm gonna keep drinking and I won't be able to drive home. And we're like, that's your problem, pal. We got a game to play.
I literally called him yellow. You know?
Yeah, he turned. He went like this. He was like,
yeah, he did. Like,
what did
he
you
did,
say?
like the thing from fucking from Back to the Future where he was walking away, and I'm like, "What are you, chicken?" And he's like, "Yellow chicken,
Yellow chicken.
yellow chicken."
Wait, did you say yellow chicken? You're like, I didn't say the color.
Hey man, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be a day where it was like yesterday. I'd probably do yesterday over and over and over again.
That was
It'd
fun.
be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very hungover. I don't want to do today over ever again though. Today's been terrible.
I've had an okay day.
Okay.
I've had a good day.
You got to take Advil before you go to sleep when you're hammered, dude.
I did.
Ooh.
Do you realize the amount besides the like 11 spike seltzers and the shots of tequila that we were peppering in what seemed like every half hour? I was also the edible that I took without even considering what could happen, and then the pitcher of sangria. I decided we all were going to finish between the four of us that were left. And there was so much. I didn't even have ice in it. It was just like the straight, and Erica made it extra strong. And like I said, I didn't have any water the entire night.
Yeah.
That was the problem. It was more water.
It was one of those nights when you get fucking hammered and then you wake up the next day and you're like, I didn't regret that at all.
Yeah,
is
like
I've never had one of those.
Yeah, I regretted.
I've literally never ever in my life woken up satisfied with my behavior and decisions from the night before drinking.
I mean, I had a ton of fun, but I was also, I also fucking projectile vomited at probably 4:30 or 5 in the morning.
Wow.
That was
I
one of
could've
those
stayed there till
perfect
7.
That was one of those perfect times when you wake up and you're like, you wake up in bed hungover and like really clammy, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna puke, and there's no way I could stop this from happening. So I was like, I'll just get up now. And then once you get up, your body was like, and now we go. And so it was like, I like opened up the toilet seat. It was like, whoop, and then just faucet.
Ooh.
But it was a good puke. It was a really good puke because there's nothing worse than the hungover, nothing in your stomach puke where you're
Bile.
retching, and so your head is just in a tightened vice and nothing's coming out.
Yeah, you're just an anaconda trying to spit back out a deer.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
on the back of your tongue. You know what I mean? You have to like scrape it off your tongue. This was like a water fountain coming out, so it was great.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was like
That's
my
very
asshole
satisfying.
today.
Oh,
Oh, my asshole has
I
been like a whoopee cushion all day, just like just loose and wet.
Dude, yeah, I ate so much last night and I'm fucking anyway, next question. What if you went for a walk in the woods and you found a money tree? So a tree that gave you money, whatever you think, like the leaves or dollars or whatever, or you reach into a fucking hole and you can
Brendan,
pull
we
out.
got the money tree concept.
So it's like, currency, right? So
So whatever kind of money tree you want. If you want to reach in a hole and there's a bunch of gold coins, that's your tree. If you want the dollar bills to be the leaves, that's your tree. If you
It's
peel off
all
the bark and
$2
underneath it
bills.
stacks of $10,000 bills, that's your fucking tree. Whatever tree.
it's all $2 bills that aren't taken by the world anymore.
As long as there's foliage and agriculture.
Yeah. So what if you found a money tree? What do you do?
If I can first off find a way in which to hide it from everybody else on the planet, that's my main goal, is to build some sort of
Yes.
electrifying fence around it or something that only I have access to. And then once I've secured enough money for myself to feel financially safe, then I would start, only then would I start taking some of that money and giving it to like charities and stuff.
That seems kind of perfect.
Because that
But
seems like a way to get the guilt off, you know?
Yeah. There's
the
no
guilt of what?
Nothing.
Finding something you're
Being lucky.
you didn't hurt anybody.
Getting
Yeah.
there
Well, it seems
first.
like a soul situation. You know what I mean? If you came
Nope.
across a money tree, you're like, oh, this is like in those movies where you sign your life away to the devil for this.
But you
True.
didn't. But you didn't.
Or did
you
I?
You just happened upon the tree. I would chop it the fuck down.
Why? Then it would stop growing money.
Take all the money there.
Take all the money and then
That's it.
just
And
never
invest it poorly.
Yeah, Mike's like, I also went up to the tree in winter, so I really didn't have any cash on it. I could see all the...
I'd buy a new mongoose and that's it.
There was
Dude.
almost $30 on that tree. You know, a high-end amount of money.
Oh, that's fun. That's funny.
That was
Dude,
such a crazy thing to say.
The anxiety. $30 is a lot of money when you have no job.
For
Okay.
a microphone.
No, the
Brendan,
microphone was free.
But this is your job. This is what you're
The
reinvesting
connection.
in.
I know, but I mean, I've already spent that twice, so I'm
Right.
here
So
comes
why would
another
you
one.
reorder the part that broke initially because it functioned so well for you before?
No, I ordered a different brand of it, but now we realize that it's only Bluetooth. So
Oh, is that what we came to?
here's another
realize?
thing: the anxiety of trying to protect that tree at all costs until you're ready is like that would have me sweating so hard. Just being like, I can't leave this tree, but I have to go to Home Depot to get the shit to cover this up and blah 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 blah. But I can't.
Yeah,
leave
you
this tree,
need
and
to
I don't
bring
know
a
how to make
partner in
this,
on it. You need to bring somebody in.
which would suck.
Yeah, you got to also try to like maybe get an invisibility cloak, or if you can carve around it and somehow maintain the roots and transplant it to another place, that's the move. You know, it's almost like Mr. Miyagi's plant when he fucking planted it in the side of a cliff, but he found a good spot for it. You could probably do that if it's, you know, if you're good enough.
I'd be so afraid that someone would find this and think it's theirs now. You know what I mean? I'd have to put a little sign: "Do not touch."
Don't touch my
poisonous.
money tree, even though it's staring at you with Benjamins. Don't touch.
I'd put a bunch of signs way farther out, miles and miles and miles out, that says, "Don't go past here. Snakes." I would say snakes are everywhere.
Oh, that's good. You put poison tree
Yeah.
Poison tree. Do not touch.
and a skull and crossbones.
And a snake.
What's with snakes?
Yeah, you got to get off the snake thing, dude.
Snakes
I don't know,
isn't
just-
repelling anybody.
Some people are like, I love snakes.
I'll pick a snake up by the tail and throw it 100 yards.
Racist snakes is what I'll say. They're racist. right.
What's
Yeah, that
never
would
Oh,
have been fun.
you want to do it?
Nope. No, I don't.
Okay. What if you woke up and discovered you had changed sexes overnight? What would you do?
I'd finger myself.
That's
Lot
the
of
first
boob
thing you
play.
do?
That's the first thing I would do. If I would be horrified, obviously, but I'd push the worry out of my head and just flick my bean for like an hour and a half until, then I'd worry how to get back my dick.
I think I would have a very, I would need to have my movie style reaction of going to the mirror and screaming. And then I would probably, I don't think it would take very long for me to be of the belief that I was always this way and that I dreamed I was a guy my entire life before this. I think if everyone around me was just like, yeah, of course, you're Michelle Feeney. Everybody knows that. I'd be like, oh, all right. That was a fucking weird dream. It felt super real that I was a guy for a long time, but
You've
I guess
been
not.
dating Brendan for years.
Yeah. They're like, congratulations. By the way, now you have a comedy special. So welcome. You're on you're in. Welcome to television. What do you want to do? Can you tweet mildly interesting things every once in a while?
And no, not even interesting. You want to do 400 stories in a row?
Yeah, I'd probably go to the doctor or something. I'd go up to one of you guys and I'd go, "It's me, Jessica." You know what movie that's from?
No.
Freaky
I
Friday?
forgot. Something like that. It's one where they go into a different body. Oh, it's the animal. Or some, not the animal. With
Dr.
Rob
Dolittle?
Schneider, the one where he turns into a woman.
The hot chick.
The hot
Tijuana
chick.
Man?
Yeah. With Rachel McAdams before she was anything. Like, she was smoking hot in that movie.
Yeah.
We got one more?
All right.
Two more?
Yeah, one more. One more.
All right. What if you woke up one day, another wake up question. What if you woke up one day and you were 20 years younger than you are now? Same question, also part B, but older. What if you woke up and you were 20 years older? What would you do if you woke up and you were 20 years younger?
Feeney or me?
I would,
Both.
If you would like, do we get the option or we don't know?
Not the
option. We gotta give what we would do for each.
Yeah, for both scenarios.
If I was 20
would you
years
do?
older, it would make me panic a lot because I would immediately be like, oh no, I've missed so much time. Now, I don't know. Did time exist in between that where I'm like, I might have already had a kid who's away at college, or it's like, or did I just miss my chance to have a kid, or is everyone I love dead?
Oh, good question. Let's say you don't make any memories, so it isn't click. You're not in autopilot. You just miss 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, that's like just the anxiety. I think if you went back, it would be great because you could try to fucking butterfly effect some of the things that you fucked up or those moments in your life. That would be
sure.
I'd probably do stand up. Like if I was 15, if I went back to being 15 and I'd just be like, all right, I should start this now. And then I'd just do stand up seriously.
Yeah. And dress the way you're dressing now and everything. You'd be so popular.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing that with my knowledge that stand-up comedy eventually goes away due to a pandemic, I'd still devote my life to it?
No, even more time. Even more time to it.
Idiot.
That's what I was just about to say. It's crazy that your one thing to go back in time was to not avoid this career that's gone.
My brain is playing tricks where it's not acknowledging reality.
Right. There's a lot of comedians that I feel like are in the exact same boat. I don't think that's I don't think you should worry about that.
No, I mean, I'm also being, I'm kidding. I don't think I'm really in the boat. I think I've been wildly productive during this entire shutdown.
But what about older? What would you do if you woke up 20 years older, Mike?
You could, I mean, Feeney could still have kids at like 50, whatever. But I'd run to wherever my son was. I'd have to be like, where the fuck? Like, I just missed 20 years.
Yeah.
He's now 21. Like,
well, no,
I mean,
I think it's just, what if you woke up and you were 20 years older, but like it's tomorrow?
Oh, you know what's
your skin is old, and
I don't think that's it. You know what's interesting is that like if I was 15, I would probably try too hard, like knowing that I'm gonna have my kid and that's my life, and like I'm a comic and married to Nicole. I'd probably try too hard at making that happen and force it to be something totally different. Like, because I want this life. I like this life. So I would try to like, you know, keep being together with Nicole and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it just wouldn't work.
Why not?
That,
because you'd be forcing it now.
Yeah, exactly. Like we took time apart. We dated other people. We hated each other for like a year and a half, 2 years. Like, you know, we've had uncomfortable versions of our relationship. So to go through that just to make it here, that would be tough to be patient.
Totally. It's like speaking of the living every day thing, it's like that scene in Groundhog's Day where he wants to recreate that perfect date with Rita, and he's just like rushing it because he's impatient. So that'd be like you'd be like, I hate you. I'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, it's like Hot Tub Time Machine. The guy had to get his ass kicked. He had to get stabbed in the face with a fork. Like, you got to make certain things happen just so your life ends up the regular way.
Can you believe they made a second one of those?
I mean, they
Groundhog's
should
Day or
have,
Hot Tub
but
Time Machine?
only if John Cusack was in it. Like the original cast in the movie was awesome, but they
that was
like
a great movie.
You know, they fucked up. Rob Corddry, that's his. I think that's his like apex mountain, his best part ever. He was so fucking funny in that movie. It's insane.
Yeah,
I think great in Ballers.
Yeah, he is. He is really good in Ballers.
Good career, that Rob Corddry.
I like him.
Yeah, me too.
WTS is a pro Rob Corddry show.
I always thought it was Rob Corddroy.
Nope. That's the jeans.
I thought it was Roy Corddry.
Racadry.
I thought it was Roy Codrab.
No. Well, that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in live. Again, this is what happens, guys. We only fill up enough gas for most of the show. And you know, sorry about the entire technical argument early on. That was let's entirely blame that on who it should be blamed on, Brendan.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get his yes, you need to get your technical act together. It's a true wild scenario that you have not taken the time.
It's a little insulting, frankly.
It is a little bit.
Is it insulting?
It makes me feel like you don't think about the show.
Just none of it's working. I am thinking about the show.
It makes me, well, no, because you're spending money and then just assuming it will work at 7:59 p.m. on Monday. So that's horrifying. You should test it out and give it care.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I will.
That's all I wanted.
I will try it. Let's do it. Let's see if we can. After this, I'll try it on my laptop. See if the new internet is working.
All right, cool. And also, everybody that's watching live, we made a post about it. Hopefully you guys saw it. But for our top 2 tiers, we are going to do our monthly. I mean, we're all over the map, but we're trying to get it organized. Our monthly Zoom meeting with our top 2 tiers. We do a whole episode basically with you guys. I know Sarah has done it last time. Troyer was on it. We had 3 people, I think. John Beatty as well. So hopefully we get all of our upper tier people to join in. We take questions from you guys, and then we play a bunch of scenarios with everybody. So it's super fucking fun. It's a thank you from us to you guys for being our highest paying members. We really appreciate the support. Keep growing slowly every single day. Obviously, we're hoping to jump it a little bit, and I think we have some pretty cool shit on the horizon. Nothing to worry about, everybody, but really cool shit that you guys are going to be pumped about. And it just means more content, more stuff that we're going to be piling down your fucking throats.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.